Baby, you good, bro? He's free. KO.
Drinking drivers, state of Tennessee, real coach. Drunk drivers.
Coach make his opening statement, and then just raise your hand and we'll bring mics around.
First, I'd like to say I'm really proud of the 8 guys that played tonight, being undermanned, to go out there and compete and get a win right before the break when all these teams around the country are falling in, what trap games, are losing to teams that that are coming in that they're taking for granted, and we did not take Alabama State for granted and got a good win right before the break.
Hey, Penny, with as many people that was out today, did you get what you want from the guys who participated today?
I did get what I wanted from the guys that participated today. I mean, we still got out rebounded, so that's a little disheartening because we went into the game to try to have the rebound margin in our favor. But other than that, I'm very proud of, first of all, not having any injuries. And then secondly, the way these guys connected and got a good victory.
There were so many impressive things about tonight's game. DeAndre's 25 points was the most he's scored here. KO had 7 blocks and 14 points, and Kendrick had a dozen assists. So what was like the most impressive thing for you, or was it none of the above?
Oh no, definitely. I think it's hard to get 12 assists and it's hard to get 7 blocks. Not taking anything away from DeAndre because he was smooth out there. He got going a little late, but he's scoring at a high level of efficiency. He's last game he was 6 for 7. This game he was 11 for 14. So when he's scoring it easily, that's beautiful basketball. But when you're scoring and getting assists and scoring and getting blocks, that's the part of the game that takes it to the next level. Obviously, we need scoring, but you got guys doing multiple things out there. The 12 assists, the 25 points, and the 7 blocks are all impressive.
Hey, Penny, this is your first time coaching against a former assistant coach. So how was it? Because he knows a lot about you, not only as a coach, but as a person. How was it? I know you guys were joking before the game, but how was it just going against one of your former employees?
No, it's not just going against a former employee. That's like my brother, you know what I mean? So it's like we grew up together. And, we take so much pride in being from Memphis and trying to be guys that have succeeded from where we come from. And to coach against him was pretty cool. I didn't know how I was going to handle it because he knows what I know. It's the first time I've actually felt like I've gone in a game and we can mirror one another from what we know because we talk 2 or 3 times a week anyway during the season. So it was pretty cool though.
The injuries, the guys who sat out tonight, besides Malcolm, are they expected to, you do have 8 days off. Are you expecting to get them back for the South Florida game? Yeah,
definitely expecting to get those guys back. Alo, Keontae, and Jaden, 3 key pieces to what we've been doing thus far this season. Looking to get all those guys back before the South Florida game on the 29th.
And then I know you said yesterday that you were kind of getting a little concerned about the offensive rebounding that you guys are allowing, and it seemed like tonight they were back at it a little bit. And I know you were undermanned, you said, or you guys were, but how do you fix that?
You fix that with toughness. You just got to fight. we understand, and we emphasize rebounding, but, when the game starts, guys go back to old habits. We just got to continue to do drills every day. It's got to be a part of who we are until we make it become a part of our DNA. Right now, it's not a part of our DNA. We don't have guys that really want to go out there and get 15, 16 rebounds a game. I mean, they get the minutes to do it. They just don't want to do it. You can just tell in the stats every single game, after the game, nobody's really getting double-figure rebounds. So that's something that one or two guys aren't willing to do, and we're trying to do it by committee. So hopefully a couple guys will emerge after the break and say, hey, Coach, I want to be that guy. Or, it's one of the guys to go out there and get double-figure rebounds per game.
Penny, you said, I guess a week or two ago that Malcolm was on track to be back before conference play. Is that still the case? Where is he at?
I didn't check. I hope so. But if not, we're not going to rush him. We want him to be 100% on that ankle if that could ever happen, because once you get one of those, it's always going to be a little tender. So for us, hopefully it's by the time that we play South Florida. If not, then at Tulane.
And now that you've got your entire body of work for the non-conference slate, what are your main takeaways? And based on the expectations you and your staff had going into this thing, where does that kind of compare and contrast?
Yeah, I think my main takeaway is that we can play with anybody in the country. We're playing the way that we know how to play. We're pressuring people, and we're getting rebounds and I give them second shots. That we can play with anybody. That's the takeaway that I have. We have a team that's connected, and we have a team that can beat anybody on any given night.
And I know you say you're going to let your guys go home and do what they need to do for a few days. Are you going to try to bubble wrap KD to make sure he don't get into trouble, make sure he gets back, and make sure he takes the rest that he needs to do? Because he's going to run around if he get back to Houston.
Yeah, no, he's not going to. He's going to be at the gym. I don't know where to find him. If he goes back to Houston, he's not going to be at home. He's going to be in the gym 2 or 3 times a day. I know he's a little disappointed with the way he's been shooting the ball, because he's a high-level shooter, and his shots have not been falling. So I know where he's going to be. He's going to be in the gym.
What you got out of Elijah tonight, 10 points, 8 rebounds, a couple of assists, couple of steals, is that kind of what you want to get out of him from now on, like moving forward?
Absolutely. That's the type of talent that Elijah has. And I keep pushing him, to do more and do more and do more, go harder, because I see the talent. I see his talent level. And he, to me, still hadn't scratched the surface, but these numbers are what I'm looking for from him in conference play for sure.
Penny, you talked about kind of the rebounding differential and kind of getting your guys to play with more intensity and effort. What buttons do you think you need to press to do that? How do you get guys to stay engaged for a 40-minute stretch?
Man, you know what? It's almost like a fear tactic that I try to do. Like, hey, man, if we don't shore this up, if we don't get this right, then we're not going to go where we need to go. We know that we have to hold ourselves accountable and understand that we all have a job. We're being taught the principles of what we really want to do as a team, defensively and offensively. If we stick to that but add, energy together, then we can accomplish a lot. And when that's off, it kind of worries me. So I start challenging guys with, how bad do we really want it? How bad do we really want to win? We still have a lot to prove.
Hey, Penny, you got any big plans for the holiday, and you got any messages to send Tiger Nation for the holidays come above?
I don't really have any big plans except for just to relax, to be very honest with you, man. It's been an intense non-conference schedule. I'm happy that we get a couple days off, and I'm blessed to be 10-3 going into the holiday season. And to the Tiger Nation, man, thank them for always being behind us and pushing us and rooting for us, because it helps us a lot. They're our backbone. That's the energy that we get from those guys when we're in the building.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
We got just raise your hand and we'll bring the mic around.
KO, were you like a fly swat out there in the second half? How fun was it up there, just going up there, just blocking shots at will in the second half?
I mean, it's fun. I enjoy protecting the rim. I feel like it gives us an advantage because most blocks lead to fast break.
Hey, DeAndre, what was working for you tonight? I mean, 25 is the most you've had since Evansville. So, what was working for you tonight?
Pretty much everything. I was just being aggressive, putting my head down, getting in the paint, either trying to make a play for myself or for my teammates. So I seen the ball go in a couple times, and I just started feeling good. So yeah, I just stayed aggressive, for my team.
Hey, DeAndre, it's on paper, before everyone was injured, you guys much better, on paper. But when you lose 4 or 5 guys who's not going to play, that kind of equals the playing field. So how did you come out with the energy to make sure that you didn't get in a dogfight and become on the wrong side of the history today?
Yeah, we was down body, so we knew we had to come out even more aggressive and together to be able to pull out the win. But Coach did a great job on, preparing us and getting us ready for a team like that.
Ko, where's your confidence level at right now? I mean, Penny has said a couple of times in the last couple of weeks that you didn't put your head down when you weren't necessarily getting a bunch of minutes and you were still practicing hard and all that stuff. But it had to be tough, right? At least a little bit. And then, go ahead.
I mean, I came from a lower level, so I've just been, adjusting to this style of play. The guards are better, bigs are better, everybody's faster. So, he was just kind of letting me get adjusted into how, this level is. And, now my confidence is getting up there.
Yeah, I mean, this is back-to-back games with, I think you had 7 points against Texas A&M, and tonight you have twice that amount. So can you feel yourself getting more and more comfortable?
Yeah, I get myself going with defense. When I get blocks, the confidence goes up.
DeAndre, you got a long break before the next game. You're going to get a chance to go home, see family. What's some of your favorite Christmas memories, and what's some of the things you're going to do other than rest and get healthy over the next 3 days?
That's a great question. I would say my favorite Christmas memory is just, the traditional Christmas routine, and that's the tree with the gifts around it, and, when that 12 hit, and, you go get your gifts and things like that. So that, kind of put me in that Christmas spirit. But I'm just going to go home, spend time with my family, and eat some good food and recover, but, mentally still have what I have to do on my mind on coming back winning and with my team.
Ko, I think last time we spoke to you, you talked about kind of how much Penny has helped you develop offensively as a player. What are some of the strides you've seen in yourself on that end of the floor from day one at Memphis to now, and how much has Penny and the staff kind of aided that?
I mean, they've done a great job of preparing me. I'm more confident out there. At my last school, they didn't really have me doing much. I think Coach has mentioned that a couple of times. It was just lobs and just, little dump offs here and there. See, I had a hook today. I wasn't really doing that at my last school. So, my confidence is going up because, I know I'm working on these things. I'm not just out there trying stuff.
Adding to your bag.
Mm-hmm.
This for either or both, whatever. Got, a whole non-conference body of work behind y'all now. What are some of the main takeaways? And when you kind of started this journey, with all these new players, did you envision y'all being here? And how does everything kind of compare and contrast from expectation to reality?
I definitely envision us being in a great spot after non-conference, but I would say the takeaway will be just us knowing how to just finish games on, just boxing out and rebounding and guarding our yard better. There's things we can clean up defensively. I feel like we could just be way better on just being more connected and in sync with each other, so we can win those them Alabama games and games that's close. So,
what was it like going up against Coach Madlock?
Oh, that was great. Just to see Madlock on the sideline, just coaching hard, and it was fun. That's all I can say. It was real fun to play against my old coach.
And Mardrakus was over there as well. What did you guys talk ahead of the game at all?
Yeah, we definitely talked. We had a lot of laughs before the game and after. But just real fun to play against former people that you work with. So that was exciting.
Thanks, guys.
You said guarding the yard, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure I heard that right. Guarding the yard. That's the first time.
You gotta go into your yard.
That's a good boy thing.